The 1.2 update for corekeeper is coming soon, and there is a bunch of stuff that you can do to prepare yourself for the update. First, you're going to want to stock up on some supplies. Iron, scarlet, and octarine are going to be really important when you're crafting many of the new automation items. The advanced automation table is craftable at the octarine workbench, and as you can see, pretty much everything needs octarine, scarlet, iron, and mechanical parts. And a few of the new items in the game are going to require Pandorium bars and cytoplasm, so you're going to want to stock up on those as well. Drop a portal or waypoint near the northern part of the passage. The entrance to Breaker's Reach is going to be in the north. Unlike other biomes, the placement of this biome is not randomized. The game is going to generate a new waypoint for you at coordinates of about 0/1310, but it doesn't hurt to have something there already so that you don't have to traverse the passage to get to it. Just be sure you place your waypoint or portal about 25 to 30 tiles east or west of that area so that it doesn't get overwritten by the scene generator and destroyed. I recommend grabbing a rift statue from the passage and crafting corrupted sap and at least one Nimruza scanner, because you're going to need to fight Nimruza and you are going to need to make this corrupted sap. And after the update, these are getting moved off of the rift statue and moved somewhere else. I'm not going to spoil where, but it'll be a whole lot easier if you grab your corrupted sap now, because you do need to fight Nimruza before the update. Defeat Nimruza and grab the Void Neuron. You'll need the Void Neuron to enter Breaker's Reach, so it's a good idea to have one in advance. You're only going to need one though, and after the update launches, you'll notice that the name of the Void Neuron has been replaced and is now called the Brood Void Neuron. It's the same thing though. If you're planning to mess with all the new circuitry items being added, you're going to want to make sure you have lots of copper. There's a new type of ore coming in the 1.2 update, so you're going to want to prep some drill setups. Make a bunch of scarlet drills, wires, fury forges, and some levers. Probably make some extra portals or waypoints as well so that you can easily teleport to your boulders. And you can make conveyors and robot arms if you want. Personally, though, I would recommend waiting for the update and just using the item collector and with this setup that you see here, because I think it's a little bit more efficient. You're going to need a lot of the Relucite bars as well as the corrupted alloy, which are new materials that you find in Breaker's Reach. So I recommend prepping a mob farm before the patch comes out. So I recommend prepping up a mob farm, and this mob farm should be just a little bit different maybe than other farms that you could have built before. But if you're familiar with my simple mob farm design, you really only need the farm to be 2 wide, and then you're going to want to make it about 150 tiles long or so, and place it right along the edge of 2 sets of spawn zones. Now, if you're not familiar with how the spawn cells and everything like that works, check out my video on easier mob farming. It'll give you all the information you need on how to look up what a spawn cell is and how to prep your farm accordingly. But one change you'll want to make is that for this farm, you are going to want to put a moat around the entire thing, even down here at the base. And I recommend having extra Galaxite turrets, maybe about 10 on each side, because these mobs can take a lot of punishment. And this wheelie guy right here, he's got a shield that he keeps putting on, which protects him heavily. Probably not a bad idea to have some poison tiles down as well underneath your conveyors, because you're going to want to keep this guy from healing so that he actually dies instead of just sits there forever. One of the things with these new mobs is they're actually designed to break through walls. So if you don't have a moat going around your entire mob farm, when you end up making it, they're just going to bust out the sides of the walls, even though they're not in combat. And they'll get loose and they'll go all over the place and it'll be total chaos. The same is true. You can't have any of it touching in the kill zone either, which is why we have an item collector here instead of the more traditional setup with a robot arm. because you have to leave a gap here or they will break through even in the kill zone. The spawn tile you're looking for when you're in Breaker's Reach are the rust piles. They look like this little thing right here on the ground where my cursor is, and you'll find them all over Breaker's Reach. Just dig those up and you'll be using those for your mob farm. Inside the mob farm, you'll primarily be getting Relucite ore, corrupted alloy, and mechanical parts, all three things that are really important to the new endgame. Even if you've already beat them once, you are going to want to beat all three of the original Hydra bosses again once this update drops. So make sure to stock up on Gleamwood, Solarite, kill Raw Car a bunch of times so you can get those bug brains. And you may even want to pick up a few scanners as well. I recommend prepping at least 5 of each one of these organs, just in case. Trust me, you'll want to do this. If you're playing as a magic user or as a summoner, I highly recommend that you stock up on glow tulips and poison slime because you're going to want to make yourself a whole bunch of greater mana potions. They finally added mana potions. The new update comes with a new NPC, and he's got a bunch of items that you're going to want to get, like the smithing table, this metal crafter's table. He's got a Bleedra, the Void Lord scanner, and the schematic parchment. These things are all going to be critical for your endgame playthrough, and they are expensive. You're going to need 5,000 ancient coins for the schematic. You're going to need 1,000 coins for each one of these tables, and 500 coins for the scanner. The mobs in Breaker's Reach are no joke, especially if, like me, you play on hard mode. Prep yourself with several hundred, if not several thousand greater heal potions, and be sure to level up your best mining set and your best combat set to level 19. A lot of the mobs in Breaker's Reach do burn damage, so I highly recommend that you spend some time fishing in the lava to get the verdant dragonfish and the elder dragonfish, which can give you immunity to fire and burn damage. Really, really important. Or you will find yourself dying a lot while you are in Breaker's Reach. Now, I've tested out several of my old builds in Breaker's Reach, and so far, the ones where I need to run off and heal the least have been my Burn build, my Thorns build, my Quill Rifle build, and my Stormbringer build. High crit builds will do very well here. Magic builds and summoning builds also work really well, especially if you are good at hiding and letting your minions do all the work for you. It's a bit slow, but it is much, much safer. There is so much new stuff in this update to play with, and I do hope that this video helps you get a head start so that when the game launches, you have everything that you need in order to start exploring right away. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment below so the algorithm continues to value me as a person. If you aren't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so that you never miss out on my newest videos. I hope you all have a great day. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay crazy.